Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Oblix here, and today is a special day. Folks, we got our very first Watch Gang delivery. So this is the Black subscription. Remember, that's $100. And it's supposed to be a watch valued between $150 and $500. So I am super excited to see what we got here. You see Watch Gang Fulfillment. Now, I'm looking where this guy came from. I've obviously taken off my information, but just in looking at this, I'm seeing West Bloomfield, Michigan. If my geography remembers correctly, I believe that is like a subdivision of Detroit. I haven't looked, but I'm seeming to remember that from school. Now, if that is the case, then I'm going to lay a bet. I'm going to try to do this for each watch we get. Remember, we got 12 of these Black subscriptions coming in. I'm going to try to do this for each one of them. Try to take a guess at what it might be. We'll see how many of them I get right. Probably get them all wrong. Given that this came from Detroit, and that I know Watch Gang from reading through the exchange does a lot of drop ships, which is where the manufacturer ships it directly to you, but as if it were coming from the company you're doing business with. So I'm gonna guess this is a specific watch based on that. Now, I've been purposefully avoiding the Watch Gang exchange, and that's been very difficult because I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. So the last several days, I think the last day I got on it was Friday. Today is Monday. I think I got on Friday morning, and I have a habit of looking every morning and every evening because I'm just that insane. But yeah, I've been purposefully avoiding it, and it's been a challenge because I really wanted to go on there and look at some stuff. But I'm going to guess, coming from Detroit, there is a watch manufacturer I know of in Detroit, or in and about Detroit, called Shinola. And it's from an old phrase of an uglier word for poop, and Shinola meaning it's either good or bad. The Shinola being the good and the poop being the bad. So, but they're not. They make watches, but they don't just make watches. They make bicycles and leather bags and all kinds of craziness like that. So it makes me a little bit weary, I'm going to tell you, because if it is a Shinola, let's put it this way, a Shinola is not a watch I would have bought for myself, which is great if it is a Shinola because it gives me a chance to try something I would never buy on my own. The reason I wouldn't buy it is because if you diversify yourself too much, if you're making too many wild and crazy things, you can't be an expert in any one of them. So if you're making bicycles and watches and leather bags, which one of those things are you horrible at? Because you can't be good at all of them. Just the likelihood is slim. It's a possibility. It's just the likelihood is slim. So I'm a little hesitant to open that. Maybe that's why it's still sitting here wrapped in the package. But hey, let's crack this sucker open and take a look. Doing watch duty today is, if I can get it in the camera, a Vostok Europe radio room in white and purple. Isn't that awesome looking? I love this timepiece. That is a great timepiece, I think. Review coming soon. And on blade duties today is the Spyderco Manix 2 ultralight blade. Fantastic knife for those of knife needs. You know what? We're not even going to need a knife today, it looks like. Oh, darn it. Yeah, good old USPS. We're going to be able to just pop it open. Trying to get a little gentle. I want to make sure not to destroy the box here. Because it's funny, guys. I'll put this out there. Prior to the shipment of the watch, earlier or in the middle of last week, when I was still watching the Watch Gang Exchange, one of the huge topic came up that person-to-person trades, people were sending them in bubble mailers, and that ticked off a lot of folks. They wanted inside a box to protect it, and then here I get the official Watch Gang watch in a bubble mailer. So kind of humorous, I gotta say. I didn't take a side on that because, well, I'm who am I? I'm just the new guy, right? So we've got Watch Gang, the Father's Day edition, and we pop this guy open, and okay, yeah. This is Matt. He's the owner, founder, CEO, whatever, of Watch Gang. This is Sam. He does a lot of their giveaways. So they do a Rolex Friday, a Tag Heuer Tuesday, a Seiko Saturday, and they're doing a Wheel Wednesday now. And he does a lot of these giveaways. So he's kind of one of their social media guys. It's funny, they pose for their own poster. Resistance is futile. That's a Star Trek reference. Check. $20 off a gift subscription for a new member. Very cool. Alright. So, set that aside. And I will tell you, this box is in here good and tight. And slide it out. Oh, it's not a Shinola. It is a Heritor. Very interesting. And not in the box for whatever reason. Certificate of authenticity. Can it be a certificate of authenticity if it's not in the box with the watch that you bought, if it's just kind of tossed in on the side like that? I don't know, seems a little sketchy to me, but apparently this unwritten card gives me some kind of something. I don't know. Thanks. Let's take a look at this Heritor. Heritor, how do you say that? I don't know. How do you open this? Come on now. Why is this so complicated? With the open. Thank you. Good night. That was difficult. All right, guys. Ready? 3, 2, go. Ooh. This is a bit different. Okay, so Heritor, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and all the other social blah blahs. Guys, check that out. I gotta tell you, that ain't half bad. That is actually better than I was expecting. See if I can get it on the camera without the glare there. Let's pop this bad boy out. Now this is, what I'm doing is sacrilege in the watch community if you ever intend on getting rid of the watch. If you're going to get rid of it, you should leave it brand new in box and never touch it and let it be with all of its plasticky goodness all over the plasticky. And yes, screw that noise. Watches are meant to be worn, and you better bet the sucker's going to get worn. Even if I don't like one of the month's watches, I'm still going to wear it because I want to do a review on it for you guys, and I will not review a watch that I have not worn. So I will absolutely wear every one of the 12 watches, at least for a few days, to get a feel for it. How it feels on my wrist, let it break in a little bit, and see how it keeps time, how I feel with it, how heavy it is, how light it is, blah 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 blah. In order for you guys, to give you guys a good impression of what it might be like to live with that watch. So, having said that, of course, all the plastic is coming off because it will be worn, as we just talked about. Now, this is obviously an automatic because we can see we have a display window in the back, with our counterbalance in there. Very nice. Very nice. Actually, I really like the way that looks. It is a Japanese movement. I don't know which movement. It's 1080 water resistance at 10 ATM, but again, does that matter? It's a leather band. You're kind of a goof if you take a leather band in the water. So, that is that. Now, it's got the magnified date window, which I think is really cool. The older I get, the more beneficial that becomes. Got a nice smooth sweep on the hand. There's just a slight tick to it. Very nice. Love the orange coloring. Orange is one of my favorite colors. The crown at the 4 o'clock, which is very cool, kind of off-centered, just a little bit unique, gives it a little divot off, or a little bump over here off to the side, which is kind of special. Heritage branding on the buckle, right up here. And let's see, oh yeah, unidirectional on, there we go. And we will have to check the lume for us, but we'll go into the dark room for that. Yeah, guys, that is looking pretty spiffy. Let me pop the Vostok off, and we will set him off to the side, and we will take a look at what. Ooh, boy howdy, this leather is stiff. My goodness. It's very soft to the touch. It's a very soft feeling leather. I have no concerns that it's not genuine leather. It definitely feels of genuine leather. Love the stitching. We just reviewed Rebel Time Aviator chronograph, had a similar stitching that I raved about it. I love that stitching. So good job, Heritor. A little bit tight on the bending this way, I gotta say, though. That will obviously break in as the watch wears. Let me turn it this way so you guys can actually see it. And let's see if we can get the buckle on upside down. So there you go. That's the sizing for you. Yeah, it's a smaller watch. Usually I'm into bigger watches. Again, I am 6 feet tall and have a little over a 7 wrist, so this is a little smaller than I normally wear, but not bad. It doesn't fill up my wrist, but it doesn't hide in my wrist either. The buckle is a little bit, it's been on a diet. I mean, look how anemic this guy is in this direction. If you can see, I'm talking about this little tab right here. Let's see if I can get him up here to you guys. See how thin that is? I always worry that's going to break. I've never had one break yet, but I always worry about it. The keepers, one is captured, which I really like having a captured keeper. The second one is free, of course. Not too bad. They're a little thin, but they're okay, and they are stitched. But a single stitch, but that's workable. Nice smooth feeling automatic. Let's check the. Okay, we got a double pop on the. There's our time, and I'm trying to see if it's got a wind function. It does not. So the first pop out is your date rotation, and the second pop out is of course your time. Pretty bog standard. Like the Vostok I was wearing, there is no time setting. The first pop out is actually to wind the automatic watch, because it is also a automatic. So I was checking for that. But it does seem that is not the case on this. I do like this guy. He's really slick looking. I think that orange really does appeal to me. So yeah, there's a little monkey there, and I will say the leather's a little scratch there, and there, if you can see. Not terrible. Not terrible. But yeah, that is the Heritor. And I don't even know what model this is. Let's see if the box says. 7602 Heritor Automatic is all it says. So I'm guessing model 7602. There you go. I'll give you some rotating shots, and we'll go do a loom shot. Alright, so let's get this guy on the scale. We can get an idea for what he weighs. He's going to be a pretty lightweight. Yeah, 3 ounces. He's pretty light. And let's get him on the calipers. Of course, every time I do this, guys, I always do it for me and not for you. Because, I don't know, brain damage. So we'll pop this guy on here like so, and we're looking at about a 42. Though if we go here with where the crown is, we may be looking at a little bit thicker. And maybe we go this way. Yeah, 45. So, 42 directly across, but 45 at an angle because of this little hang off here. And looks like it is going to be a replaceable band, and we're looking at about a 20. So I don't even know if you guys could see that. Let's see if I can get this in there. So there you go. You're looking at about a 20. And thickness wise, it is not. It's a pretty thin watch. So there we go. We're looking at what, 13, almost 14. So not thick at all. And I do have tape on my calipers, guys, so don't worry about damaging the watch. We're not going to damage it. There you go. As always, sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. Looking at our very first black subscription from the Watch Gang for the month of June. Can't wait to see what comes in July. I will put this sucker on wrist. We will wear it for a few days. I will come back with a full review of it, and we'll see how it did. Till next time, guys, get out there and make some noise. See ya.